everyone, welcome to Fearless DIY Music. My name is Tristan Lass, and today we're going to disassemble the Stratocaster, and I just thought it'd be fun. This is something that I do all the time, but I thought it'd be fun to film, just to kind of see how long it actually really takes me. I'm not trying to play beat the clock here necessarily, but I do want to illustrate that it doesn't take much to take one of these apart. I am not doing anything too serious to this guitar. By my estimation, other people may think differently, but what I'm going to be doing is kind of a cosmetic, finally a cosmetic finishing of this guitar. I want to go ahead and I'm going to do the body in a Sherwood green approximation color. I've got a mint pickguard for it. We're going to go all white with our plastics. I'm also going to weight relieve the body by removing extra wood that's going to be hidden underneath the pickguard, just to lighten up the body a little bit. I think I will be reshaping the neck slightly with some sandpaper and then put an oil finish on the back of it. So, I see that as kind of a lightweight modding session on this guitar, but I'm so happy with my hand-wound pickups that I do kind of want to dress this up and make it feel complete. And as it sits right now, it looks like something from IKEA. So we're going to go ahead and break this thing down. Before I get started with the breakdown, my soldering iron already is preheated. I do have parts bins out. And I've got my trusty Black & Decker lightweight drill. And I've got my multi-tool. So let's get started. Now, one thing that is going to make this a little bit longer than normal is that I will be keeping the strings. So that will probably add a good little chunk of time. But I'm going to go ahead and get my clock out here on my clock app going. We're going to set a timer. All right, let's actually we're going to set a stopwatch. We'll do that and go ahead and hit go. And get started. Okay, so I like dead strings on guitars, so I am fine with harvesting these. These do not have crazy amounts of wear on them, so I feel good about saving them. I'm just gonna do 2 at a time here, and hopefully they'll yank through nicely for me without too much trouble. But we're already going to run into some issues, aren't we? All right, straighten that for me. There we go. Got our E. Got our A. And then what I do next is I'll go ahead, and since I'm saving them, I'll give them a quick wrap. And then that way, I'll do 2 at a time and try to mitigate having a big rat's nest of strings, which just got unmitigated right there. Let's try that again. Oh geez, I'm wasting so much time. Alright, maybe I should have just snipped them. Alright, let's head on to the next set of strings. Try to be more mindful of time at this point. Like I said, I'm not necessarily trying to set a world record here. If I was, I would just cut the strings. But like I said, I don't want to waste these because they still have life in them. That's just how I roll. And I do like the sound of dead strings. Alright, actually, this is not going badly at all now. The wound strings are always more difficult because when they get kinked and you got to yank them through the bridge, they can become problematic. Alright, 2 more to go. I'm only at 1:54 right now. It's not too shabby. Now, for the disassembly, I am not I'm not replacing machine heads or doing things like that. It's not like I'm going to be breaking the pick guard down right now either. This is just a full disassembly of the basic components, i.e. taking the neck off, getting the pick guard out, jack, getting the body basically ready for finish. Okay, we have our strings harvested at the 230 mark. Alright, so I would subtract that. But we'll see. Alright, let's let the real fun begin. So, first thing I do is I remove the tremolo arm or vibrato arm, however you, vibrato is the correct term for what it actually does. I remove that. I will then flip the guitar over, drill in reverse, and get rid of my neck. Alright, I put my neck plate and my neck screws into a parts bin. Alright, knocking things over here. We're at the 3:30 mark. Alright, next up, I'm going to unsolder the ground wire from my tremolo claw or my vibrato claw. We'll just go with tremolo. Boom, unsoldered. Next up, I will remove the springs. Put those in a parts bin. We'll see if my drill will fit down in here. And it does. We are now removing the claw. Alright. Flip the guitar over. Next up, we will go ahead and remove the output jack into another parts bin. Alright. And we will desolder the output jack. I'm not using my little fan because these are just little momentary uses of the soldering iron. I'm not breathing in too much stuff. At this point, I will turn my soldering iron off to save electricity. Alright, next step, pickguard removal. I'll put the pickguard screws in with the jack. In my parts container, we're at the 5-minute mark. 2.5 of that was removing the strings. Why am I not biting on that screw? There we go. I just lost 10 seconds. Boom. And since I desoldered all those wires, we should just be able to pull the pickguard right out. Okay, bridge wire, output jack wires. Our pickguard is out and ready to be migrated to the new pickguard. Alright, if I get lucky here and this actually fits into my, oh yeah, into my vibrato screws, we're all set. Okay. I'm wasting more time. I do like to keep all my parts organized. So I will put everything in their own parts bin. There we go. Vibrato system out. Next up, we've got our strap buttons. I haven't even had to use my multi-tool yet. I thought I might come across a screw head or two that this wouldn't do. And there we go. We've got a raw body stop. Alright, we're under 7 minutes on that. And that was including taking off the strings and saving them. So we're at 6:58:02. 6:58:02, start to finish. So, as you can tell, working on Strats is one of my favorite things because they are just so fast to take apart and so easy to work on. So since that went so quickly, maybe I'll talk a little bit about what I'm going to do for weight reduction on this guitar. I am going to go ahead and kind of make this into a bathtub in here, and I will probably remove a little bit of this material because in the future I'd like to have this be a modular system where if I wanted to experiment with putting some humbuckers in this guitar, then I'll just have the cavity ready to go. I think I'm also going to extend the bathtub down to this area and just go ahead and remove some more material there. The body is not terribly heavy, and but I would like it to be a little bit lighter. I've been spoiled by that Candlewood Orangecaster project guitar. I'll put a link to that video down below. It's so light. It's made of candlewood and it's like butter. But now that I have it all finished and the guitar put together and I worked out all the kinks in the poor manufacturing, I love the light weight of that. So I'm going to try to replicate some of that feel in this body. This is a catalpa wood body. It should be pretty easy to work with, but the material is much it's much denser. It's much harder than that other wood was. So we'll see how it goes. All right. Well, if you've watched up to this point, I would appreciate a like and a subscribe. I would also appreciate a share and comments. How long does it take for you to break down a Strat? I bet you could do it faster than I did. Like I said, my time is 6:58, and that included 2.5 minutes of removing the strings and saving them. All right, you take care, and we'll see you next time. I'm going to continue updating my progress on this guitar and do a weight relief video on just how much weight I can remove from this and feel like I keep the stability of the body. All right, take care.